Go back to me. Dude, this is really stupid. This is dumb. This has got to be one of the dumbest things we've ever done. This has got to be one. This is one of the dumbest solutions I think I've ever. Idea, like going back and forth on the call. Like, dude, this is pretty stupid, dude.
Maybe you're a trendsetter. Maybe it's a new trend you're starting.
What? They.
I know.
Look at me coming there. There's you. There's Gus. There's Gus. I want to curse so bad right now. I want to curse. You know what I want to. You see this right here? There's because I'm sharing my screen. It says record display. I'm highlighting my cursor. They can't see it, but I can. You know what that was? That was for when we had the setup that works. Right before you texted me. What time did you text me? At 5, 6 o'clock. John. Hey John. Hey John. Hey John. What if I changed everything about our setup? Would that work? I said to myself, dude, I'm in. Yes, and you know, it's like Gus took an improv class that was like, yeah, but honestly, that's the story of my life. Gus took this improv class, but he took this really messed up improv class called yeah, but he's like, wrong with it. But what if I did all this other stuff too, dude? What if we changed all this other stuff? Yes, but Gus could.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know, dialogue, right? It's a collaboration.
It's a collaboration. Yes, but yes, but don't build, break. That's Gus. That's the Gus logic. And the reason the music. That's not good. That's not good. I don't want to hear that. No, no, no. I don't want to hear you singing. That's my spot, right? I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's gonna yes butt me right in the middle of the song. I was like, you know who told? Oh, Gus, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
One weird trick.
And I could actually see you.
Oh, whoa.
There we go. Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Now our thing has audio. So we actually officially started just now at 8:23. So clap so I can hear it on the audio. Clap a lot, Gus. Keep clapping. Keep clapping for that audio. Oh, that's so compressed. Oh my god. It sounds terrible. Oh my god. Oh my god, it hurts. Dude, I'm gonna mute you too, dude. Just like I muted the chat, dude. Oh man. Whew. Crazy. But anyways, so what's up? What were you gonna say? Say it.
Nothing.
No, say it. No, say it. No, say it. I want to hear. I want to hear what your. I want to hear your new yes, but.
I was gonna say, you should, so that way I could watch you play. You know.
I should what?
There's no lag.
Tell me about it. No, what should I do? Explain that to me again.
Okay, take your Switch and start playing a game on it, but then make it that I don't have lag when I see you play it, so I can hear it and comment.
Make it so you don't have any lag when you're seeing it. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Gus, dude, I never thought of that, dude. This is a new thing. Dude, you can't even... My hair is so dark that you can't see my headphones. They blend into my skull, dude. They just look like it's just a helmet of hair.
Yeah, do you dye your hair now?
Yeah, yeah. One of our friends would say it like that, right? Yeah, yeah. And what else would they say? They say, "Ah, yeah," and Watchmen sucks. Watchmen sucks. I hate Watchmen. Yeah, boy, Watchmen sucks. Dude, it's so stupid, man. Remember that thing that Alan Moore's magnum opus? That thing sucks, dude. Oh my god.
Does he draw that himself? No, right?
Oh, that's a really great question. Why don't you interrupt this stream? Why don't we ask the chatters? Oh, chat. Thanks, chat.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, thanks, guys. Let's ask Discord.
Yeah.
Wow.
On Mixer right now?
Yo, dude, we're live on Mixer, man. Dude, we're live on Mixer on its last legs.
Wow, we're a part of history right now.
Definitely. There's a lot of history that we're a part of right now. I could say some stuff right now because there's some stuff happening in media right now.
Is there?
Yes, there is. That I heard some recent news that I'd love to discuss. You can't see my eyes. They're so sunken into my face. I've always hated that about my face. My eyes are wildly sunken into my head compared to like that's the way my skull is set up. So when the light falls on it, you can't see them. There's all this shadow over here because they're inside my face.
I mean, it's probably the light fixtures in the ceiling, isn't it?
The ceiling is the roof, dude. That's as
ceiling is the roof.
The ceiling is the roof, as the one and only Michael Jordan would say, and Andy would say.
Isn't he an actor, Michael Jordan?
Do you think? Okay, let's not talk about this. Let's not talk about this. Okay, let's not touch. Nope. Let's not go into acting. All right, I don't want to talk about acting. It's a sore spot for me. Let's go with that. This is a very sore place for me. I can't handle it. It's like kind of scary for me.
I can't tell because I can't see your eyes.
Oh yeah, well, that's why they didn't pick me for any roles either. They're like, dude, we can't see your eyes, dude. So today you wanted to do a slow run of Zelda.
I just want to hear some of the music, honestly. That's all.
How about you... Okay, here, I got this idea. How about you not bring your... I'm not going to beat this dead horse. How about you not bring your Switch, I'll say it one more time, with you. And you... So you can... So, and I got this idea. I'll plug my Elgato in. And then you could watch the stream so you could hear both of us talk and the music while we're talking. And we could do that. I'm not going to beat... That's not funny anymore. I'm done with it. I'm done with this joke. I want to just... I told you, I want to curse right now. I want to say a lot of things.
Let's make up our own curse words, right?
We did. Shy Guy. Ah, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Oh my God! Let's not go there. Oh, let's not go there. Oh, let's not go there. Oh my God, that is bad. That is so bad. Oh.
70 football.
What? 1970s football?
I'm not touching that with a 70-foot pole, is what I said.
All right. So you wanted to listen to that Zelda music today. This laptop is burning my lap. It's so hot. It has a row of what looks like. I'd show you, but I think that watch. It's gonna disconnect everything. It's gonna stop the stream. It's gonna reconnect all my devices. So, yeah. Oh my God, I got it. Okay. So, okay. Oh no!
What happened?
Actually, it's not that big of a deal. All right. So I'll show you the computer. See the row up here? They look like speakers. They're not speakers. That's a row of fans to keep you from burning your lap off.
I just looked at myself again.
What?
I just looked at myself again.
I don't know what that means. What do you say? You just looked at yourself again? What does that mean, dude? You just looked at yourself again? Okay, dude. I just looked at myself the other day. What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to quickly diverge into this topic of I'm just kidding, because a lot of people say I'm just kidding a lot after they said something that they definitely mean, and they do it to me all the time. They do it all the time. They realize that I'm going to do like some kind of John call out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. You know, they say, you know what I mean? And then they say, just kidding. And I say, I don't know what you mean. First of all, I don't know what you mean. And I know for sure you're not kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, people love to backstep for some reason. I don't. But
you don't do it.
You know, some people.
You have never.
They like backpedal. You know, they're just like, oh, you know, he called me out. I don't really want to talk about this too deeply. You know.
I just wanted to say things. I just wanted to say things. If I said things, oh my God, my words have effects on people. They're just words. You know, when I was a kid, when people would say sticks and stones break my bones, I was always so confused by that. Sticks and stones don't break my bones, will break my bones, but your words will never hurt me. That confused me deeply.
Why?
I'll tell you, because I was wondering what does that mean? Like sticks and stones, yes, obviously, like they're just saying some facts. Like, yes, these sticks, these stones, they're gonna break me, dude. They're gonna break some bones inside of me, hurt me. But your words will never hurt me. And what confused me about that is that words always seem to hurt me. So that's, you know.
Yeah, it's maybe it's not true. I mean, if it happened to you, right, then it's not true.
Always, this is a lyric in a Hatebreed song. Always stay true to what is true to you. See, I was like, that'd be a great tattoo, and I thought about it for a little bit. Probably not such a great tattoo.
Why not?
Well, you know, stay true to what is true to you. What if dude, my brain says a lot of stuff, dude. My brain's like, yo, get a lot. Yo, get 10 quesadillas, dude. Get them now. You're just about to sleep. Let's give you some indigestion right before you sleep. Have a taco. Right? Always stay true to what is true to you. I mean, is that a truth to me? But if I search myself, dude, I meditate, I use that book you gave me, right? I see like the thoughts, and I'm like, these are the thoughts I have. Even though the book says you are not your thoughts, you're the space between the thoughts, and that's actually been very deeply effective on me. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about how words have always hurt me. I want to talk about how I don't want to do these slow runs. Give me a headache. They give me a headache, dude. We do them.
They give me
right.
That's someone's catchphrase on a Nickelodeon show. Do you remember that? You give me headaches.
I don't know what show that is. Yeah.
It's a live action show. I don't know, one of those. Maybe like the Amanda Show or something.
Oh, the Amanda Show. I don't want to go there, man, because there's some stuff in that show that people would say is they use this word, and I think it's worse than a curse word. Problematic. I hate saying it. I don't like that word. It's a lot of syllables. It may be. You may be right, but there's a lot of syllables there, and I don't like saying it. They say this show could be a problem, but they gotta say like it's automatic. Problematic. They say this show's a problem. What? This is what I wish they did to any show that.
Okay.
Go. Say what you say, and I'll tell you something funny.
No, I literally was gonna say that I can't say what I want to say.
Of course you can. Of course you can. We're live to the world. You want a job? Please don't say what your thoughts are. All right?
I actually disagree. I think problematic is like a very good way to describe something that may or may not have problems. So I'm just gonna go ahead and disagree with you on camera.
You're gonna disagree
about it.
Guess what? I was just kidding, and you know what I mean.
That's good. That's good.
That's good, right? It's good. So, this is what I hope they do with anything that was problematic. That I think would be hilarious. Because honestly, I do not care if they say any of these old shows. I'm sure these old shows made tons of mistakes, and I'm not approving of any of them. Go ahead. They made tons of mistakes. Erase the master copies. That's what I want. All right? Okay? You know, if something is bad, yo, dude, I want all the way, dude. I want to be like, erase it.
Yeah.
Look, okay, you're going to say that I'm like Ray Bradbury, one of Ray Bradbury's firemen in Fahrenheit 451, and saying I'm going to burn in the books. But I'm actually calling for that in a very similar way. Let's destroy it. Let's destroy any existence of it. Let's take it down. Let's literally wipe it off, right? I don't want kids seeing it, right? What if I don't want any kids seeing it? First of all, this is a very dangerous conversation, and I'm going to stop having it, and I'm going to reel in. All I say is erase everything. That's how I'm going to leave it. Erase it. Destroy the copies.
Like Universal, that fire Universal had. Remember that?
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. No companies. No companies own me, all right? Companies own us all right? They own me. Thank you. They give us media. No one's going to watch this. They're going to watch something Universal did. Like when AMC said, no, you didn't give us your movie, Trolls World Tour. We're not going to play any of your movies anymore. Dude, that was a good move, man, on AMC's part. They're like, dude, they got angry, dude. But like, who knows? Maybe that's like a great move. Maybe they like really did ran the numbers on that one. They got the numbers guy to come in, and they're like, yo, dude, give me the numbers on Trolls World Tour. But the reason we laughed is because we totally didn't feel like they brought that numbers guy in to be like, listen up. I'm gonna tell you the exact numbers for why we gotta ban Universal movies here after this happens, right? And their number and the guy was like, "Numbers guy, you're on." It really felt like they were just like angry. It feels like I don't know, kicking some guy off your stream because he, wasn't listening to you.
Yeah, something like that. I just really like how the catalyst to AMC being angry was the movie Trolls World Tour.
Let me tell you
just
something.
Like such a ridiculous movie.
I think Trolls brings in more money than you could ever expect it to. Trolls.
I don't disagree.
Right? So I'm saying you're a problem, dude. You.
Problematic, right?
Okay, let's not use that word anymore. Let's not talk about companies anymore. Let's keep it personal. Let's keep our sanity. Let's keep no lawyers. This should have been a long time ago when I said CBS rules. No cursing, nothing interesting, and no lawyers.
All right.
Keep those. I should have kept them a long way out of here, man. Long way out of here, dude. Keep those lawyers out of here, dude. I don't want lawyers, dude, coming at me. Mm-mm. I don't got that much money. What's that?
You ever been sued before?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. You know, okay, so here's something that interests me about like game critics and movie critics mostly, especially the ones on YouTube who are maybe they don't have a career yet in the movie industry. It's like they're out there criticizing stuff, and then they edit their own video, they put it out there because they want to be in media too, right? But they're saying, "I hate this movie. I hate it. I hate it." See, I'm gonna pick on the little people. I'm not gonna pick on the corporations, lawyers. We love you, man. We're on your side. We're on your side. All right? We're on your side. We're on your side. I promise. Okay? I promise. I promise you, we're on your side. Whenever I hear any of this anti-establishment punk stuff, dude, I turn it off. I had this Rage Against the Machine album, dude. You gave it to me, I think, and I put it in my CD player. I was like, whoa, don't talk about them like that. And I turned it right off, dude. I put on the Beach Boys, dude. I was like, yeah, Beach Boys sing about nothing matters, nothing. Giving a voice to people who have a voice already, Beach Boys. And
don't you love being on the beach though? Isn't it fun?
Dude, I love the beach. We both love the beach. We do.
Yeah, I mean, don't knock them too hard, you know? The beach is a good place.
I'm not knocking. I just said I turned off Rage Against the Machine to listen to them. All right? Okay. So, yeah, yeah, there goes that. But see, the critics, they reach out, they say all this stuff. They say like, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like, I hate this movie. I hate this game. It's so bad." But like those guys all probably had one dream to be a part of that industry at some point, right? Right? But they know they weren't Roger Ebert. They weren't hired by a newspaper to be a writer. They're already in media. They're in writing, right? They don't usually hire a journalist like to write a movie, a screenplay, right? So they're like, Ebert, Siskel was like, whatever, I could tear this movie to smithereens, you know what I mean? I'll tear it to Kingdom Come. But these other guys, they're like, I hate this game, right? And you think to yourself, what? Come on, do you really hate this game this much? You secretly wish you helped make this game, even if it was this bad. You wish you were there.
Yeah.
I hate this Star Wars movie. I hate it. I hate this movie. And they're like, seriously? It's like, seriously? No, you wish you were Luke. You wish that was you. That's why you put your camera on. That's why you did any of this stuff. That's why you dressed up probably in a Jedi robe before you came on to do this video.
Who did that? What? Who's in the Jedi robe?
They're doing anything to get these people to listen. That's why Anthony Fantano doesn't get in trouble. I'll tell you why Anthony Fantano doesn't get in trouble. Because he knows that he doesn't, like, he can say whatever he wants because he's not wishing that he was in any of these bands. Right? Because they're all so talented. Right? They're like, he's like, oh, they're already talented. They don't need me. Right? I can say whatever I want. Right?
Yeah.
I'll say some stuff that makes no sense. I'll say it. I'll use all these crazy big words. It won't make any sense to anybody. I won't give you a straight answer. I won't tell you if it's good or bad. I'll just say words. And there you go.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about him. I don't really go to his channel at all for any of his opinions.
Yeah, I don't either. Except, like, if he reviews something that is like, what? What? He reviewed a Slipknot album? Okay, I'll listen to this and just to be like, oh, this is kind of strange that he went ahead to review this because it's something that I didn't think he'd review. It's like imagine if Ebert all of a sudden started reviewing all the DBZ movies 1 through 13, and he's like, dude, Bio Broly, I'm in. I'm in. Every anime fan would be like, I don't watch movies that aren't anime, but I really liked Ebert's take on Bio Broly when Kid Trunks and Goten fought a clone of Broly that was made of green goo. Because you're in when he does that, right? You're in. You're like, oh man, he reviewed Resurrection F. Dude, that's awesome. Roper reviewed Resurrection F. I'm in.
Oh yeah, you're right. I wish I'd read those for sure.
For sure, read, watch. What about if like the like game reviewers, like they started just remember, imagine if GameSpot, like they made, like, you had all these different sections. You had GameCube, PS2, Xbox, mini clip. And this guy spent like a week reviewing, like, what?
Oh man, yeah, that'd be fuck. Oh, oopsie, that'd be.
It'd be what?
It would be very funny. That'd be very, very funny.
And he spent like a week, dude. He's like, dude, we're gonna pay you, right? 1 review, okay, 3 reviews a week, but you gotta give an in-depth review, graphics, sound, gameplay, and you have to shoot the video for this. Heli Attack 1, right? Heli Attack 1, get in there. Get in there. This game just came out. It was made by user 157362. Great, this game studio, dude. That would be great. I'm in, dude. I'm telling you, that's when I'm in. That's when Fantano, because Fantano reviews all like the latest, like, oh, this is what's in and hit and trendy. But every so often, if you were on GameSpot or like you were not on even GameSpot, you're on like Rotten Tomatoes, right? You're on Rotten Tomatoes. You're looking at the reviews. You're like, what's streaming now? What's fun in rentals? What's rotten? What's fresh? Right? And then you see this categories. You see like theaters, TV, newgrounds.com. And then they review like flash, like they'll say like fresh. Look, oh man, Ego Raptor's latest thing. Fresh! We're saying it's fresh. Really, Ego Raptor didn't disappoint this week, but you'd be like, what the heck? All these reviewers went in and they made things about Ego Raptor's latest video? That's great. On Newgrounds? The thing that was made by Tom Fulp? That's crazy. It's too far, dude. You know? It's like, you're in. You're in. You're in. You're in. When you find out that someone who was of Ebert's caliber shows up to your local town film festival, short film festival, and he starts reviewing, the short detective noir film that you click the black and white feature on Windows Media Movie Maker to make, that's when like, you'd be in. You'd read it. He'd be like, this movie sucks. He's like, you wonder why I don't review this stuff? Every so often, I think that's why Anthony Fantano throws me a bone and reviews something that's like from my kind of world of music. And so, like, I feel it's him being like, I'm going here to show you that this genre is dead and very stupid, and you're stupid for listening to it.
You think he's right?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to talk to you about something, though. Because we've been already talking 25 minutes or so. I want to talk to you about the fact that I am enjoying this so much more than our slow runs.
Yeah, this is nice. It's just even less. It's it's more distilled, like stripped down, just easy. For me, easy
It's
for me.
it's less. Your mind is in less places, right? And I think that's a good thing. That's why I
Yeah.
feel there. And I always like just talking to you. Let's see if your change in position has ruined everything. Not yet. All right.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay. I knew you'd get uncomfortable because you twisted your back, and I was like, "You're gonna do this for 2 hours?" Yeah. What if I twist everything
yeah.
about me? And of course, you got uncomfortable, and you moved. You moved.
You're right. You're right. I don't know my own body.
You don't know yourself very well. That's what I've learned about Gus, right? Neither do I. Neither do I. But Gus sometimes will tell you he knows something about himself, and he'll be wrong. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned about Gus. But that's not. A lot of people will lie about themselves. I lie. I'm sure I've said a lot of things. I've said a lot of things. Just talk to me 10 years ago. Talk to me in high school. Oh, I have all the answers. I know everything. Dude, I swear, I think it's because... Okay, I'm not going to go there. Nope. See, this is what happens. I never see anybody else do this on a podcast or an interview. Say, I'm not going to go there, and then pedal back. But I'm doing it. I know you do it. We both do it.
I think it's important to backpedal. Like those, like then you save yourself humiliation and things like that. You don't want to get in trouble and stuff, too.
Yeah, you don't. You don't want to get in trouble.
I don't. It's good. It's a good thing.
I think you're right. So I'll tell you what. I really wish we just did this until COVID was over. We just talked, because I think here, look, no one's gonna watch this. Let me explain this to you guys. I wanted to say, I was like, I'm gonna come at this. We're gonna talk about the album. Yeah, great. We're gonna talk about the album. Isn't that great? We're not talking about it. Guess what? We're talking about other stuff right now. I want to say the bad word, but I didn't. Okay, Shy Guy. Anyway, I want to talk. I want to do this until our streams are over. Maybe until COVID's over. I think people like if one person in this world sees this and sees two best friends joshing around, I think that's good. I think that is value added, and it makes me feel good in the act of it. And I don't get a headache while doing it. I love video games, but I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to talk to you, and I want to have it recorded for 2 hours. And then outside of those 2 hours, we could say things that the lawyers may not like. But guess what? They're not listening to the phone. Someone else might be, but they're not. Right? And that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I just want it to be
I hear.
real. I just want to talk to you. We've developed such a great rapport. So do you hear me? What do you think? Tell me your thoughts. Wow. All right. All right. I see how it is. This has become problematic.
Yeah, no, every time we go out and stuff, I feel like we have such a great time together
We do.
that it's like so infectious that people just can't help but be attracted
I agree.
to
Our good time.
the energy, our good time. They're attracted to our good time, and in turn, they might have a better time for it. So
I agree.
it isn't the same if we're not in the same room,
Mm-hmm.
but at the very least, it's nice that we're putting this out there, just
Yeah.
because I feel like it's a positive thing. I mean, I I don't know how you could take anything negative from this, right? Or at least neutral.
At least neutral. You could say those guys should be talking about much more serious things right now, but I'll tell you, we're too stupid to talk about better things right now, and we think a lot of people who are much smarter out there are putting really good content out there who you should be listening to. We're just going to show you for 2 hours that we can make each other laugh. That's it. I feel like Gus and I have been playing a game since day one, since I met you, since I remember those walks where we would tell those jokes that we would never tell on stream. We'd walk to my house, and the goal of that, at first it sounded like complaining, but it evolved into something more. I think the point of it was to make the other one laugh. That's what the game became. And I think we've been playing this game for a long time. Just make the other person laugh. And sometimes you have to hold the joke for a little bit and let it kind of relax for a little bit and wait for it and like kind of wait for the good moment, and you kind of like talk about interesting stuff, and then you kind of build to it, and then pop, you lay it down. Or other times it's like boom, 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 you're laying the jokes down, and that's just how it goes. But we're still playing that game. We're always still looking for that ultimate laugh. We're looking for that moment where we're like, whoa, Gus, you're a problem, dude. You're the problem, dude. You know? So.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's nice when it's a game. Like, is that, the right way to live? I don't know. But it's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It hasn't been detrimental so far.
I don't play that game really with anyone else, though. I don't play it with it. I'm sometimes for myself, a little bit, but I don't really play that game with anyone else because no one else seems to really want to play that game.
Yeah, no, not really. Or they just don't like it after a certain point.
Right? Yeah, they don't like it. They're like, relax the game. But with me and you, the game is always on. That's the best part, right? Because the game is always on, and you don't know when it's gonna come get you.
Yeah, it's like that movie with Ed Helms and stuff.
I was just going there.
With his friends, and they're playing a game or something.
It's called Tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk about it, but you brought it up.
No. We should, because it's based on a true story. It's based on a New York Times article about 3 friends who never stopped playing this game, where they have to tag each other no matter what, right? But their game is physical, and we are inferior. I can't. It says the company name. Thank you. So you could say hello.
Hello. You can't see it, though.
I know, but I'm scared it's going to show on my water bottle. My water bottle says the company I work for, but I do not want that on stream.
Only here, but if you just drink.
I know, but I'm going to mess up. My brain's in a million places right now.
Lame.
Love you.
Are you talking to your housekeeper?
That is, I'm not going to touch that with a 70-foot pole. I'm not gonna. Oh man, that's good.
What is that? Wine?
It's iced tea. I don't drink at night. But so there's these 3 guys. They go ahead and they play this game for their entire life of tag. It's real. 3 best friends do this, and they keep going, or 3 or 4 best friends keep going. But their game is physical, and it requires a lot, and it's really cool. But we're not invested enough in anything to do that, because we've always been a little disconnected.
Do you see the movie Tag?
I
Because
did.
it looks terrible.
I did see it. My favorite part was Jeremy Renner. I think he never got out of character from playing Hawkeye, and he was Hawkeye in that movie too. And then so he just brought that there. Ed Helms said,
Why is Hawkeye?
Why is he in it?
Why is he a superhero? Like, his power is like, I can. Oh, look at me! I can aim. That's my superpower. I can aim.
Oh my god, he's so good at it, dude. First of all, have you ever seen the Daredevil movie with Colin Farrell as Bullseye, where he could hit any target? God, that is so good. It's such a good movie.
No, I didn't.
He says, "I can hit anything," and then he breaks a bunch of stained glass and he throws it at at Ben Affleck, and he's like, "I can I can do anything." Okay, let me tell you my favorite scene in that movie. My favorite scene is when he's like Daredevil does something where Bullseye throws a bunch of glass at him, Colin Farrell, and by the way, he carved a crosshair in his head, and you can see it's like a scar. He scarred his head. He's like, "I'm Bullseye. I can hit anything," right? And so he throws a bunch of glass at Daredevil, and Daredevil's he's really good at dodging stuff because he hears it or something, right? And he dodges everything, and then he goes ahead and I think he just goes ahead and breaks every bone in this guy's body, right? He just goes boom, 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 right? And then so Colin Farrell's in the hospital and he's outstretched like this, right?
All right. Okay.
Okay, so he's outstretched like this, right? Okay, so as he's outstretched like this, he has like a piece of because he's like a mummy, dude. All right, they wrap him from head to toe. You know, in these like head to toe casts that you've never seen in real life. They're just in movies. Cause Daredevil beat him up, dude. He beat him up so bad. He's like, you think you can hit anything? I'm gonna and he literally casts him head to toe, done. Right. So he's outstretched, right? And for some reason, some way he's able to I think he has a drink or something, and he has like a toothpick in his mouth or something, and then there's like a picture of somebody on the board or something. Maybe it's like a picture of Daredevil or something, and he's sitting in the bed like this, and he goes, and it gets Daredevil like square in the face. He goes like the picture, and he's like, and that's the way the movie ends. It's just him outstretched like this, like, and then. Because it's saying to you, dude. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my
god. I don't think you're joking, right?
This is 100% true story. I know because I've seen Daredevil many times. Because as a child, I very much enjoyed this movie. All right, and I didn't understand critics. I was reading online, people say, "I hate this movie." And I was like, I really like it. It's fun.
Yeah, I just seem kind of dumb. You know, he's got like these little like pointy things on his head and stuff. And I'm like,
you weren't into it. No, I was so into it. I was so into it. He's like, he could tell.
You know,
he's a lawyer by day. Remember, big fan of lawyers right now. Lawyers, don't come out. We're on your side. Before anyone else is.
Okay, this is a serious question. How do you read like legal like documents and stuff?
He like had them read to him or something.
Okay.
I'm not laughing at that. That's not funny.
Okay, so Colin Farrell still wanted to kill him. That's what they're trying to.
That's what they say. Right? That's how the movie ends. Because basically, Michael C. Clarke, who is an amazing on-screen presence, comes on screen, and he's like, just this crazy presence. Like he's Kingpin, which is honestly one of the best castings for Kingpin, I think ever. I think like villain casting wise, like he totally kills it. Because when you see Michael C. Clarke, you're like, whoa. You feel like the intensity of his character. And he's going to break... You see him, and you're like, this guy's going to break this Daredevil guy in half, dude. He may have broke every bone in that guy's body, but he's coming after him. And that scene with them two is really well done. Every time he's on
Mhm.
screen, it's perfect. You know, he's obviously the best actor in the movie by far. Right? He passed away. You know, rest in peace. He's awesome. He was awesome. He's a great actor in everything he's in. Do you know who I'm talking about? Michael C.
No.
Clarke, Green Mile.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The big guy,
Yeah. Super strong.
right?
think-
6'7".
I think he's a he's a bodybuilder.
Wow.
Yeah. So. Nope, not Green Mile.
No. Oh.
Daredevil film. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Not him.
So Hawkeye was.
No,
too?
Michael
That's-
Clarke was in Armageddon. And I can't think of any other movie that you'd know him from. Armageddon. Oh no, he's in the Green Mile.
Yes.
Yeah. I got really scared for a second there. I got him confused for someone else. And he
How-
totally is in it. Yeah. No, it's him.
How tall is he?
Super tall. So he does a great job. But Colin Farrell does the best job. Because Colin Farrell... And it gets him right there. And, dude, when I saw that, I was like, this guy means business, but it's a little sad. And I was like 12. It's like 2003. Yeah, I was 2003. I was like 13. I was like, that's a little sad, though. You're like... He's like this, though. You can't do anything, dude. This guy can hear anything. He can hear anything. He hears your heartbeat like 10 miles away. He can hear you. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
It was very impressive when I watched it. I enjoyed it. I'll show you the movie sometime just so you could have that payoff at the end. And enjoy that.
Part.
What's that?
Can't you just show me that part at the end?
Can I show you the end?
Yeah, the last part of that.
Then you would miss all the cool parts. How would you know
No.
about his powers?
What?
How would you know about his powers?
I mean, you just told me, so now I know.
So now you don't have to see it?
I just want to see the end.
So, what is that how you read a book too? You just skip to the end, you skip to the last chapter?
Sometimes.
Sometimes when people tell me they read book summaries for fun, they're like I'm so busy, so instead I read the book summary, and it's not school. I'm very confused.
I mean, maybe they want to have a glimpse into seeing if they're interested to actually read it later. I don't know.
No. Okay, that's one thing. That's a really good point. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just reading a book summary and then going on to the next book summary.
Oh, that I wouldn't really recommend doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, but it's fun to do this at all, right? You know, it's like, oh, but this was the fun part. The fun part was doing it, was actually getting to read it, to do it. But like,
Yeah.
you know, that was the fun part, to get all of the information. But, you know, the Cliff Notes. I feel like sometimes people want Cliff Notes of the two of us.
Oh yeah?
Definitely. You don't think that people talk to us, our friends talk to us, and they're like, I wish these guys would shut up and give me the Cliff Notes about what they're saying, so I could ignore those Cliff Notes.
I mean, I don't think anybody hates us.
Oh, I think that's... I think that is about the most ignorant thing you've ever said.
Do you think right now there's anybody in our lives who's like in a hospital, like kind of like this,
Okay, yeah,
and like they have a picture of the two of us?
right.
They've got two toothpicks in their mouths, and they go. You think that's happening right now?
I think I don't think that's happening right now, but I guarantee you something like that is happening right now. I think that if you had to count the number of people that like us and the number of people who would want to take a picture of us, paste it to a punching bag and punch it like repeatedly, the number of people who would take our faces and paste it to a punching bag and repeatedly punch that bag is higher than the number of people that like us. For sure. For sure. For sure. I don't doubt it. And if they didn't know one of us, I think that would add more to the people who would punch that bag, because they'd be like, this guy, he's associates with this guy. They both look like jerks. I'm punching the heck out of this bag.
I could see that, but I can't see them being strapped to a hospital bed, kind of like this.
Right. It's because we don't know any supervillains yet. We've met some people who are close to supervillains, though. If they had superpowers, I'd be very scared of them.
They're stretch
powers, unbelievable strength, stretchiness. I think that there's a lot of people that that me and you, if like powers were just blasted all over Earth and randomly given to people, that me and you would be in trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. I think people will come after us. It's definitely possible. I think people definitely hate us more together. Just like the people love us more together at first. But then they get to know us and they're like, I want to hit that guy. I want to hit both of them pretty bad.
Yeah, we have stories.
Oh, we have some stories, dude. We have stories. And, okay, so... slow runs, gaming, fun. All right. Here's what I want to know. How far are you in Rum Diaries?
Oh, I'm almost done.
Wow.
I'm on I probably have 30 or 40 pages left.
What the heck is that book about?
It's about a journalist, who goes to, what country is it? Puerto Rico. He's this white guy, and he's in Puerto Rico, and there's a lot of stuff that happens that I can't talk about, but he's just in culture shock, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can't assimilate at all, but I gotta work for this journalist agency who hired me for a couple months, and I'm a little nutty myself, and I want to do a bunch of things that I can't say on there.
A good idea not to. Good not to.
Yeah, but it's good. I like it. It's funny. It's very funny.
Really? It's funny? Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. It doesn't look funny. You saw the cover of it? He looks all serious and brooding.
He always looks like that.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wacky. It's almost cartoonish sometimes.
That's funny.
And there's people in it who remind me of people we know, especially the stretchy arm guy we were just talking about.
Wow.
So it's kind of funny.
Really? That's really interesting. So, Rum Diaries. So when I don't know very much about Hunter S. Thompson. Do you think I'd like this book?
No. You might like it if it was a 22-minute episode of something.
Or are you saying I have a short attention span?
With observational humor or quiet observational humor, something like that,
Are you making digs at my attention span?
No.
I think you are, dude. I think this is the reason people are gonna paste your face up. This is why I'm gonna paste your face up tonight on a punching bag, and then who grabs a toothpick and practice. Right? I think I might like it, honestly. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm unsure if I even like it. It's funny, but I'm almost done with it, and I didn't learn anything. And
Okay.
Like it's a pretty like simple book. There's nothing like deep about it. He's not like pondering anything, bigger than himself. So it's just like why almost. It's just funny. It's like a funny little thing. Whatever. That's all. It feels like a comedy that doesn't have anything that funny or that important to say. So I don't know. I still think it's good, but I don't know if it's like worth your time because it's like just barely worth my time.
And when it comes to this is actually like a really interesting thing to talk about because I've heard you say this criticism before, and I'm not saying it's not valid. I just want to dig deeper into it. So you have said before, like with Stephen King novels, you've said, luckily Stephen King is not a corporation, so luckily no lawyers, we could talk about it. Remember, because all lawyers we love you. Come on, don't sue us. Sue some other guy. Hey, people, don't sue us, dude. We'll help you. We'll help you with whatever you need. We'll cooperate. I promise. Please. We'll help you with anything. On the weekend, you need help, like moving or something? Call us up. I will help you. Gus will help you. We are on your side, lawyers. We're on your side, corporations. I told you I turned off that Radio 16 album. I put that Beach Boys album on. And I said, Surfing USA. Heck yeah. Okay. So, you have said this criticism before. You have said this about Stephen King, I feel like. Wow, it's an interesting read. I don't think I'm taking anything out of it that's, like, all that interesting or different.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think that it seems like pure entertainment. Now, I think some things are written well enough. Written, whatever. I'm just going to use written because, let's be honest, the written medium is one of the best mediums ever, right? Okay, that's like one of the best mediums of communication. It's refined. It's been around for a long time. It's good. It's very good at what it does, right?
Yeah.
And, so I enjoy, reading something great, like whether it be like an essay or whether it be a book or whether it be a short story or even a poem. The written word is the best thing ever. Okay? It is. All right. I think we're both pretty much in agreement there. That's like our chosen form of main, like, delicious, nutritious entertainment, right? All right. It's because of how intense it is, right? So,
yeah.
I think more things to that point. I think especially in the written word, because of how you're consuming it, even if it seems like kind of like, there's nothing here, there maybe is, but some things are better at showing you those deeper meanings and helping confront you with better things to think about and help you confront your thoughts, right? Like, what is it? Like in The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Shy Guy, by Mark Manson or whatever, he says, when you get, the reason people don't like growing and learning is because you have to be wrong about something at first to learn something new, right? Because you have to be wrong. You have to be like, oh, the sky, the stars have no, like, the Earth is the center of the universe, right? And then you get that corrected, and you're like, get angry about it, right? Or like, Earth is not. What are you talking about, right? But you grow by accepting that fact. Done. You move forward, right? But so books that confront that and help you confront these kind of harder topics are better at that. But I still think that there's some value in things that seem just purely entertainment, but it's harder to maybe find out what those things are. But I think there's something there. Like, you're just saying, okay, it's humorous. He's in a place. He's experiencing culture shock. Right? He's meeting all these characters. Interesting. He's doing all these things that you might not want to say on stream. What is that? Why is that interesting? I think there's a lot to tell. Actually, there's a lot to talk about there. But, like, is there a book probably that, like, is reading Brothers Karamazov probably better for you? And, like, maybe it's actually more entertaining, and it does this sort of thing where it's confronting you and helping you grow as a human being. and it's increasing your like the human experience or whatever people call it, right? You know, people
Mhm.
call it that. That's what people call it. Well, I don't know why I said that. I just didn't want to seem smart, right? Because it's not good to seem smart. People don't like that. Right, right, right. Very good. Are you cursing at me? So yeah. So that's my point to that. I say there's something there. There's definitely something there. There's definitely something you could end this book and take away from. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, dude. You read it. I didn't read it. I'm just telling you that you have to feel that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see your point. Like, it doesn't have to be anything, but it at the same time, it feels like, I don't know. Like, are you watching SpongeBob right now? Like, it's funny, right? It's funny. Well, I like SpongeBob. I'm not watching it right now. You know,
True,
like,
true. Am I watching this right now? I'm not.
no.
Nope.
So it's like, like,
Mhm. Mhm.
is it entertaining? And you might get something out of it. Like, just by like, the more you read, like, the more you can empathize with characters and their struggles and whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you could apply that to your own life. Absolutely. But like a lot of the things, like in this particular book, just feel like I've kind of have overcome a lot of the feelings he's going through, which aren't even like fleshed out either. Uh, so it's just yeah, it's like it's just like a funny romp. It's like you go to the movies,
The
you
Hangover.
watch The Hangover, you laugh a little. I'm not thinking about The Hangover like in my everyday life after that. Like, oh my god, it was so funny. Mike Tyson like punched that guy. Like
I love that scene though.
it's funny.
That's one of my probably one of my favorite movie scenes is him punching him. You know?
It is funny, but it doesn't like offer any more than that. And like if you want to consume more of that, that's your prerogative.
Right, 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 right.
It takes a long time to read stuff. So
Yeah, it does. It does.
so I
For
mean,
me.
that's all I'm trying to say. It's a good.
Sorry, it's a good book. You said.
I think it is.
Yeah.
He's like hot headed. He's like doesn't think like he's a little delusional. It's a good time. It's just funny. That's all. But it's just yeah, you're right. It's not anything beyond that.
It's not confronting you with like maybe what it is like, yeah, with like it's not helping you like deal with certain things and helping you maybe grow, and like it's like, oh, this is a must read. This is 100 Years of Solitude. This is Rum Diaries. It's interesting. And I think what's cool, so have you read any Hunter S. Thompson before?
Yeah, I read Loathing
Okay.
in Las Vegas. And here's the thing, like the way he writes, like all of his characters are kind of like very similar. Like they all kind of have the Hunter S. Thompson voice. So like a lot of the characters in Fear and Loathing, like their personalities kind of match, the Rum Diaries book characters. So it's just like it's all just you, dude. Like it's just what you think.
Right.
It's just the Hunter S. Thompson archetype, which is a very good and funny and entertaining archetype, but it's just like kind of the same guy, so it all sounds the same.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, all the characters just seem like different parts of himself, honestly.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, and honestly, Fear and Loathing is better. That's a much better book. If you're gonna read anything, read that one. Like, that one you'll get your time's worth a lot more than this one.
I think that what you bring up is like a really good point. Like, it's like you now, but like this is really good that you read this book because now you really know already. Like, you kind of know what else is to come from this guy. Like, once you've given someone like that second shot, it's like giving a friend another shot. You're like, I wasn't gonna hang out with this guy anymore, but you know what? He was kind of interesting the one time I hung out with him, so I'm gonna hang out with him one more time. And you hang out with the second time, and you're like, I knew this guy was boring.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't that fun. I knew it. Right? You know when you know that. You know when you have that friend and you kind of realize that and you have that moment, you're like, dude, this guy sucks, dude. Yo, this guy is not my guy, dude. Yo, because the first time you hang out with somebody, like, you can't tell if they're really listening to you or not. But the second time, yo, you know. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. He's got published popular stuff for a reason,
Right.
you know.
But now,
yeah,
what's that?
It's not bad by like any means
Stretch of the
at all.
imagination. But you've read I feel like you know him now, right? Like, you feel like you've gone enough down this route, right? It's like a person you didn't want to really get to know, right? It's like, I got to know you really well. I spent days with you. And I'll see you at a party every once in a while. You know what I mean? Someone will talk about you or something, like talk about your book, and that's kind of like seeing him at the party. You're like, okay, yeah, let's talk about that for a little bit. But I'm gonna go read other stuff now. But you gave it to that kind of that it solidified that. It's that second hangout, dude. It's that second hangout. It's how you know. It's how you know. You're like, oh yeah. Like, sometimes like that first hangout is a fluke. That's the thing, right? Right, and so you're like, you know, you hang out that second time with that guy, and you're like, yo, this guy's got something. And sometimes they never really, you didn't give them enough of a shot. Like, maybe if you read all of Hunter S. Thompson's work, you'll become a super fan, like some of the super fans he has out there, and you'll become and then you'll be like, oh, now I totally get the universe. But he didn't capture you enough, and so you're not gonna give him another chance, right? So it's okay, you know.
Fear and Loathing is like, it's supposed to be his best work,
magnum opus. Yeah,
and it's good. Like, I like his personality, you know, and he's got like funny things to say and point out, but I don't know, like,
it ends there. That's where it ends.
And, yeah, you're right. I guess I'm not a super fan. Like, I'm just a fan. It's like good.
That's okay though. Isn't that good? Like, you don't want to be I was gonna curse. You don't want to be a super fan of everything you consume. Okay, I listened to one song, it was a hit single, and then you try listening to the album and you're like, what? Not so good. This guy is just a one-hit wonder. He made one song that sounds really cool. I'm gonna listen to this one song, and honestly, that's enough for me. And I still really like this guy. I almost want to say I like this band. I like this rapper. I like this artist. Because I like one song of theirs. Because it's so hard to make that one song that's even good, right? Like, you know, like, oh, I gotta listen to that song. That song is awesome, right? And maybe they don't write a good album. Not every band writes a great album. Not every artist makes a good album. That's just how it is, and that's okay. Music takes a lot of time to consume anyway, as well. Maybe not, and you know, no, it takes just as long as reading, as movies, as TV, as all this stuff. You know. It's like, you don't need to give it another shot. There's enough things to do. First of all, I want to play Earthbound. You understand? I want to play this game. All right. When this COVID is over, I want us on this couch and I want to set up Earthbound whatever way I can. I'm going to set it up and we're going to play that game because I want to see that game. I want to see Super Metroid. I want to see certain things. I want to play certain things. I want to see Earthbound. I want to see that game. You understand me? I want to see it. I want to see Earthbound so bad, right? I want to see it from your perspective, and I want to see it. I don't need to worry about you saying, John, forget Earthbound. I'm obsessed with Hunter S. Thompson. Look about all his political work during the Nixon administration. I'm gonna be like, Gus, shut up.
But Gonzo journalism, John. Gonzo journalism. Huge.
He's so he's
There's nothing like that grounds you in his stories. Sorry to cut you off. There's like nothing that grounds you in stories. Like I feel like everything is zany. Everything is zany. It's like I want to compare it to stuff that I can't, but it's like drinking too much coffee all the time, you know?
right.
And then you're just a craze.
Right. Too much. Too much. It's too much.
Too much.
Too much coffee. Slow down. Slow down. We've warned people before about coffee. We've told people before that drinking too much coffee takes you to a not good place. We've seen the effects of people who've drank too much coffee and are like, stop drinking so much coffee. Stop doing that. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah. There's no grounding, you're saying, right? Yeah. That's
Imagine The Office if it was just like Dwight. You know, like Dwight was supposed to get that spin-off. Like imagine that.
No,
It's
there's a
just
reason
like,
they
it's
canceled
Dwight.
that.
Look, we're all crazy. My whole family on this farm is crazy. We're nuts. You know, like there's nothing that grounds you. I'm sure it's written fine, but
Right.
Just-
right. It was written fine, probably.
yeah, but like, you know, like Family Guy, like they didn't make a spin-off off of Quagmire, you know? It was
And
done-
he's hilarious.
Yeah, but you can't. It's like a one-trick pony, you know.
Right.
Like you can't do a whole thing with him.
Right. It's too much. And the fact is that the straight man kind of like helps the whole, like it kind of helps you. You're not you need to empathize with someone there, right? To like be able to like enjoy it, right? Because you're not empathizing with anyone. What I was going to say was, isn't it interesting that, I'm sorry, if we have nothing else to say about this topic, and feel free to go back to it. I was going to say, isn't it funny that people talk about gonzo journalism all the time? And look, I'm going to say this from a really uneducated point of view, which is pretty much where everything that comes out of my mouth comes from. Dude, I have not heard of another gonzo journalist, right? I think he's the only one, dude. People are like, oh, he's so influential. I love that. People say that about The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight changed superhero movies. No, it didn't. Have you seen any of the others? They're not that good.
Yeah, they're not.
They changed movies forever. It made all the superhero movies that came after it be good. I was like, no.
I know. Yeah, he's the Gonzo. He is Gonzo. It's just him.
It's just you, dude. You're just the genre of your own. Don't make it, oh, gonzo journal. It's Hunter S. Thompson style journalism. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? And no one could imitate it, and no one would imitate it, and no one wants to imitate it. First of all, you read 2 of his books, and you're like, I don't want to hear from this guy anymore. Right? And I know you. I know you. You give a lot. You give people a lot of chances, dude. You give a lot of works a lot of chance. You're very tolerant, dude. So I know when you say that you're done with something, I know you're done. I was like, dude, I would have probably be done after like first couple chapters. That's it, right? That's why it needs to be a 22-minute episode, right? But
I'm just like when I joked about that, I'm more like projecting for myself. Like I would watch the 22-minute episods,
Right.
you know, like like, you know, like 300, 400-page book about it.
Right. Did it need to be that long?
Yeah.
Could this have just been a nice essay?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah. Could you've just made a nice short story and then just like kind of like, and then publish it in a magazine or something. Like put it in the Rolling Stone and then forget about it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Like, so this is a crazy short story. What's that? Tell me.
And I feel like I know him better, like reading 2 of his works now.
Right.
You know, like you feel the author, and that's kind of cool. That like, you know, if you just would read one, you might have like a good idea. But the more you read of like one singular person, like the more of like, I don't know, like their essence, you kind of feel like, you know, like that's always kind of a cool feeling. Like,
Yes, I agree.
You kind of.
You really understand something. Yes. Like it's it's kind of like family, right? Like we don't choose our family members. We don't choose but you know them. You know what I mean? You know them. Like I know them, right? You know your family members. You know the people that in school that you had in class day after day after day after day. Maybe you have to work on projects with them. There's people that you're forced to be around that you don't get to choose to be around. And I think this is how most of history was, where you're around people you don't choose to be around, right? You don't get to have the luxury of being like, I want to be with this guy, right? So you get to know them, right? You're like, I kind of know that guy, and
Yeah.
they're interesting. I don't choose to be around them, but I know them. And that's interesting to know somebody. It kind of helps you understand yourself a little bit. It's like, I know that I don't like this person. Like, or you see like parts of them and you're like, oh, that's everything I'm not.
Yeah. Look, Hunter S. Thompson is not me. Hunter S. Thompson is not you. Like,
Oh,
he's
interesting. You don't see that way, huh?
he's,
Because we're
he's a
wacky,
guy.
Gus.
Huh?
We're wacky. We're wacky people.
He's wacky too, but
Wacky racer.
he's a
Wacky racers. I'm sorry to say that. It was just stupid to say it out loud, but wacky racers.
what is that? What are you saying?
Oh, Gus. Wacky Racers is an intensely good classic cartoon where Hanna-Barbera would take all of their properties and they would turn it into Mario Kart, right? But it was a cartoon, like an old cartoon, and
Remember that?
they would race, and it was like literally Mario Kart before Mario Kart. And I would watch the show, and I'd be like, "This is crazy! These guys got a car. He got a crane that comes out of it and grabs the guy up front and whips him off a cliff."
Yeah, it's cool. I know what you're talking about now.
It was wacky, dude. It was wacky.
I feel like it just took a page from Speedrunner and just incorporated all of their like different characters, ripped off themselves.
Right.
You know? Hey, like,
Yeah.
Speed Racer got really good reviews. Like people loved it.
I
good
loved
ratings rather.
I love Speed Racer. I did.
Let's take Speed Racer and try to milk it with our other characters.
Let's do Speed Racer badly. Right? Let's do Speed Racer badly. Let's make every mistake Speed Racer wasn't willing to make because we knew it would harm the property. It wouldn't be good. Let's do it in a style that's terrible. Let's not have any style. Let's have a gross, boring style that's like what, but also wacky and fantastical. And in that way, Wacky Racers was very special. And I don't regret watching it because in my brain, I remember that dog that going, and then, and then he's like, and he would like throw a bomb at somebody. But,
yeah.
You know. It's not a good show.
Some of those characters are like off-putting, right?
Extremely off-putting. I hated the character design. I hated the character design. I hated the plots. I hated the cart design. I hated everything. I hated the character interactions. I hated the lack of story. And the amount of racing.
Yeah. You didn't really care who was winning and who wasn't. Like,
it didn't make any sense. It felt like Mario Kart.
Yeah. But I just can't get over the Hanna-Barbera cartoons themselves. Like, there's something like about them. Some of them, like
something what funny about them, or what?
Creepy.
Yes,
something creepy about them.
Yes, there's something off-putting. There's like a reason that you put on the show the Justice Friends, and you're like, I don't like this, and you're like there's something about the cartoons from that era, and you're like, this just doesn't feel right. Like it doesn't feel good. Like it feels bad. And that's why things like can't, like you watch I watched a lot of Justice Friends, dude. I watched a lot, and
really,
so much, dude. Because I had cable way before you did, right? And I didn't have siblings, and so I would just sit and watch television all day. And I'd watch TV. I hated it, but I watched it all the time. I hated it. I hated cartoons. I hated it so much, right? But I got to see so much, but I was so off-put by so many of these cartoons from that era, and I was like, these are terrible. They're so bad. I don't like any of them, but I like Speed Racer a lot. And Yeah, no, I didn't like any of that stuff. And then luckily Justice League came along in the 2000s and just was like, yo, dude, we're gonna come out and we're gonna make we're gonna make great characters. We're gonna do great set pieces. We're gonna create amazing arcs. We're gonna create character growth. You're gonna learn something about each of these people as characters, and we're not gonna talk down to you the entire time. I don't care if you're 12 years old. You're gonna hear Batman be like, dude, yo, killing is killing bad? And you're like, and then it's like, oh, who am I? That's what people say. Who am I? They would say that on that show. What is my purpose here? What is my purpose on the Justice League? And you'd be like, oh, the show is amazing.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Oh, it was intensely amazing. Very, very good. It kind of took a chapter from Batman, the animated series, and just being like good. Like, you know how people say the Dark Knight affected superhero movies, but they're just lying about it? Like, the Batman, the animated series, they took a chapter from that. It didn't feel like that. It actually felt better than that. I think Justice League might have been better than Batman, the animated series in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But both are good. Both can stand on their own. But Justice League was just really good. Never talked down to you. Never talked down to you. Not for that. Yeah. Not like, but the question is I always thought that, like, Hunter S. Thompson is wacky. We're kind of crazy. I thought maybe he'd be us.
No. No, he's not. He's a little, like, psychotic. Like, he's a little, like,
Spit my water out.
like, you know how, like, we're like fun. We're like fun. And, you know, like, we try to keep things, like, somewhat light, you know? There's, like, some levity.
Always.
Yeah, Hunter S. Thompson is, like intense. Like, he's funny because we're laughing at him, you know, and what he does. But he isn't intentionally funny. He's just intense and a little psychotic, fixated, and just, like, very irritable. Very irritable. He's like a loose cannon. He's like the wild card. You know, he's like a wild card.
Right.
And if you can believe it, he's somewhat of a straight man, kinda, not really,
Okay.
because everyone around him is more of a wild card than he is.
Okay.
But he himself is already a wild card. So, yeah, it's just, there's nothing fun or light about him at all.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just like very on. He's just like very on, and just very like aggressive. So
Ew.
yeah, but it's funny. It's entertaining. But we would be friends with that person,
Right.
and laugh at them and not spend too much time with them.
Would we make
But
a
he's
lot of
definitely
fun of
not
them off stream? Would we make fun of them? Would we call each other and be like, remember that idiot?
Yeah, it would be like, yo, that Hunter guy, what's wrong with him? That's what happened. Did you see that? I can't believe he did that. I'm glad he doesn't have my address, you know, like that.
Oh my god. He sounds like definitely a person I would want to hang out with. Too much. Why would he have my address? You know that's bad when you don't want him to have the address. But there's some people I know, and I'm like, I really don't want you to know where I live.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm picturing them right now in my brain. I'm like, yo, dude, I really don't want it. I don't want you to know where I live. Please don't tell me. Don't ask me. Because I don't want to be confronted by... I don't want to have to tell you no, because I might just block you and not tell... Like, just block your number, block anything, block any contact, and not respond, because I really don't want you to know where I live. I don't want you to show up.
Yeah.
Some people I don't want to have my number. That's another one.
Yeah. Gotta be
Oh man, I'm really glad that you've taken this deep dive into Hunter S. Thompson and told me more about it. Um, it helps me a lot actually. You've helped me a lot today. Um,
I'm
did you listen to this week's album? The uh, future, future guy.
uh,
The
I,
he's something on life. Shy guy on life.
Shy Guy on Life. Oh yeah,
Did
yeah,
you
yeah.
listen to it?
I listened to the first half of it, and I don't know if it was like all the praise, all the premature praise I was hearing about it,
From me.
but it was hard. It
Was
was
it from
kind of
me?
hard to get.
Was it my fault?
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. You.
You. I'm talking about you. I want you.
I already had.
What about that guy? I don't want to be in here. What about that guy? I'm talking about you.
That's right. I already had him.
If we if in some world anybody was just crazy enough, maybe they're Hunter S. Thompson, they're crazy, they're a wacko,
Yeah.
and they're on all the time, and they said to they were like, I'm gonna give you guys a radio show, and like Opie and Anthony style. I really think we could run that thing into the ground, dude. But it would take us a little bit longer than maybe they did, but I think we do a good job. And we definitely have these sounds that come out. Like there would be GI Joe PSAs, like "I want you," and somebody would press on the buttons. We'd probably get our friend EH to be like the DJ on that, like hitting the mixer, and he'd be like, "This is not what I wanted to do with my life."
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Deet deet deet deet." But we definitely would have these noises, right? Like, oh, put the mixer on, play that, and like be just obnoxious and stuff. Like, we're having this Hunter S. Thompson look like it here. We're gonna tell him what we don't like about him.
God, remind me after this is done to tell you a story about Opie and Anthony, like something I heard.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna note it right now. Okay, Opie.
Make a note.
Yeah, I don't want to forget.
But it's like a show they did that was kind of funny.
Oh, they did some stuff that they said great stuff. My favorite show Opie and Anthony did was when all the shows where they're arguing with each other, and Opie is obviously really unhappy with Anthony. And those are my favorite. I've listened to so many hours of it, dude. So many hours. But I want to go back to this album. Go ahead. Sorry, Anthony, say it. Say it.
I was just Anthony doesn't know how to rein it in, and I feel like Opie has like, dude.
What's that?
Like Opie in a way like is usually the guy who's like, yo, you got to relax, like we're gonna lose our jobs kind of thing.
He's like, we're on the radio, dude. Kids are listening to this. There's children, dude. We're broadcast our voices, the signals going through people's bodies, dude. I don't know what it's doing to them, but dude, we gotta watch out, dude. It's being shot out into the sky.
Yeah.
A lot of people are paying a lot of money and working very hard to make sure our signal is blasting through walls and cars and through metal. So you better watch out, dude, because they paid a lot of money to do this. Dude, and they're letting you do it. They're letting you talk. So you better shut up.
You're getting paid to talk, dude.
That's why he went into his compound in the basement, dude. He started acting like one of our crazy friends or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'm in my compound. You know I'm right all the time. It's like, we know you're not. We know you're not. I love that he just started recording stuff in his basement. I was like, dude. I was like, Anthony, this is where you belong, and I love it. I love it. Live from the compound. Let me tell you. Oh my god. So, the album, you listened to half of it, you weren't that interested, couldn't get into it. Don't have that much to say about it.
Huh?
You're gonna. Huh?
I was gonna finish the rest today.
Good. Let me know what you think when you're done. I'm very curious. I felt I'll tell you how I thought about it because I already told you in the beginning of the week. This album is intensely listenable, very listenable, and I don't know if you read what I said today, but this is how I'll summarize my entire review of this album. This album, Future, the shy guy on life, is the complete and utter, true opposite, the foil, the complete opposite, Gus, of Damaged by Black Flag in every aspect, in every way.
Wow. Okay.
This is the complete opposite. It's completely overproduced. There's like it's like every bit of it is like I'm sitting there in Ableton and or Cubase and changing every little deet 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 deet. Let's get the auto-tune plug-in. Deet 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 deet. Meanwhile, Henry Rollins was in that band. He's like, kick me out of this band. I'm annoying. Right? And you're like, I can relate to that more. I want to hear that more of this guy being like, whoa, kick me out of this band. I'm annoying. Let me put on a stand-up show where that's not funny and call it spoken word. And it's like, yo, relax, dude. So it's in the every way. And I asked, and actually EH commented on that, and he said to me, I wanted to give us whiplash. I knew exactly what I was doing because I agree with you. It is the complete and utter opposite of this. I wanted you to be like going from here and just... And it really does kind of do that. I've had severe neck problems all week, so it's kind of funny that he said that. And I almost did it, and I was like, oh my god, my neck has been in so much pain this week. I've literally not stopped talking about it all week, about how much pain my neck is in. Okay, so, but it does kind of give you that whiplash effect of like... But like, when he puts it in that context, when you listen to it, you're like, wow, this is completely overproduced. And it sounds good. And it kind of gives you insight. It's like, oh. It kind of is the opposite, I think, in this way. This is very insightful because you have opened my eyes to this. That, you know, you like to hear things. You're like, I like to hear and see art and experience art that I feel like anybody could do. But this person did it, and it was still great. And I was like, huh. And that really hits me harder now because of you. Right? Because you're right. Because it's inspiring. That's why, you know, it's like, you know, and in that way more meaningful. So, in that way, that was very interesting. And in this way, you're like, I could never I think to myself, I would never sit there and auto tune my voice every little dial and I'm like, you know, sit there in FL Studios, find that right note, and be like, I'm not looking for that, dude. No, thank you. So in that way, it's very interesting. But it goes to show you that like this very mechanical, machine-like thing can be out there and be very listenable and very interesting. In that way, that's very listenable, very listenable. One of the most listenable albums that anyone's ever picked in the entirety of this.
Really?
But, and in that way, it'll never enter the Hall of Fame for me. But it'll always be. I was like, wow, that was so interesting. And now I know who Future is, just like now you know who Hunter is.
Yeah.
Same way. And you know both are consumable, right? And maybe you could look deeper into stuff, but his lyrics are kind of not that interesting, dude. He talks about a lot of the same stuff that like kind of typical rappers talk about, you know? And so it's like, I don't, you know? So I'm just, like, after that album, I just, you know, I went right back to Juice WRLD, and then I listened to that album, I listened to this album one time this week, and I never went back to it. One time, but it was not hard for me to get through that one time. I finished that one time, brushed it to the side, listened to a bunch of metal. That's, you know.
Palette, right?
What's that?
Wash the palette.
That's what it was, I think. It's like, I just want to be like, I want something intense. I want something powerful now. And I listened to some punk. I listened to a little bit of that. I haven't finished it yet, like that Bad Brains album from 1982.
Oh. Whoa. The yellow one?
Yes. I am like halfway through it. Or maybe more.
Oh, man.
Maybe more. Maybe more than halfway through it.
I really, really enjoyed that album.
So, That's interesting you say that because a lot of like my music art heroes have said they love Bad Brains. Eric Andre has said he loves Bad Brains, and it's like extremely influential on him. Travis Barker has said that he loves Bad Brains, and it's like it was extremely influential on his musical style. And I'm like, this is one of my favorite drummers of all time. He's so cool, and he loves rap and he loves rock. That's awesome. And he actually did the thing that me and you talk about all the time. He actually like crossed over, right? Right, and he started to be in shows for like rap artists started to have drummers in their show. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I gotta listen to Bad Brains because this guy talks so highly of them, and like other people I respect their art. I'm like, yo, dude, I love your art, dude. I gotta listen to Bad Brains. Like, what is this band? They're cool. They're cool. They're cool.
It's not bad, right?
I want to finish it. It's not bad. No, it's not bad. It's better than this album. I'm definitely gonna finish it.
Yeah, I just look from what I heard, it just didn't really grab me. Like I like that Drake song. The Drake song was really good.
The Drake song is really good.
But I like the Drake parts. I don't like his parts. You know, like I like Drake, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way a little bit too.
Yeah, I don't know. The beats were nice, you know, but I guess his style just doesn't do a lot for me. Like he just kind of mumbles and stuff and talks about things I'm not interested in.
Right. Exactly.
But the beats are just good. It's just there. It's produced really nicely.
Exactly.
But like you said, like you went back and listened to Juice WRLD, like
instantly.
I would kind of.
And I felt like I was home when I was listening to Juice WRLD. Back home.
Back home.
Back home.
Like you were like. Back home.
Back home, Gus. I wasn't home. I went to my friend's house, and you know when you're at your friend's house for too long, and you're like, I gotta go home. That's the feeling that I had. You're like, dude, remember those hangouts that we used to have until like 4 a.m. and you're like, I can't wait till I get home to my bed. It's like that's what I love. My favorite line of Adam's song is like when he says like he's like I can't wait to be in my room alone. And I'm like that's like it's such a great line because it's so true. It's like I cannot wait for this one moment where I'm alone in here, away from them for a bit. You know, but especially from certain friends, you know what I mean? Certain friends, you don't feel like you're at home. You know what I mean? It's not like our couch, the sanctuary, we call it, right? And I felt like when Juice WRLD came back on, I was just like, oh, I'm back here. You know, he takes his time. You know, like this overproduction. It's like if you're gonna like auto tune, I feel like it's hard for me to like you're like this is really intense what you're doing. You're modifying every little bit here, right? And you're changing everything. And so when you go back to that and he's talking about things that are like real to him, I'm like, okay, I'm back.
Yeah, it's just the content. It's really honestly, it's like how old is he? Like 22? Like
no,
that's what it feels.
He's older than us, much older than us, actually.
Wow.
Who are you talking about? Future, right? Future's much older than us. Future is much older than us. He's like in his 40s.
40s?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Late 30s, 40s. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I am surprised.
He's definitely he's not our generation.
Like...
He's the Generation X man. Ooh. No, why? No. Z. Ew.
No, Gen Z is like
No. Gen Z is the ones who are after us. We're millennials. They're X. Sorry, that's Gen X. Gen X. He's a Gen Xer. Not a millennial.
No.
Yeah. Gen X. You're right. I'm wrong. Just kidding.
I knew you were kidding.
You know what I mean. But yeah, no, it feels like he's 22 though. That's so sad that you said that just now. I feel like that says everything about it.
It's just I can't even talk about the lyrics, but what you said, it's just very typical, like whatever rap artist like to you know. I was gonna say sing about. He's not even singing anything.
He's not.
But
he puts it in the editor and then he goes dee 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 And I respect that because that takes a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's just not something I would make. I respect it though. I respect it. Not that I would make Juice World either, but maybe more that because he's going a lot slower.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just appreciate like an artist like T-Pain who like really leans into it and then just writes really catchy choruses,
Right.
you know?
Right. Right.
Tune and stuff like that. But this was just like, I don't know. It was just like subtle and not very interesting.
You just said it sounds like a 22-year-old wrote it, dude, and he's like double that age. I feel like that says everything about how you feel about it. But you're actually up. It's your pick now. So you're up,
Really?
buddy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was your turn.
No, buddy boy. You are as up as can be because it was Lana. Okay, so we'll just go all the way back. Lana Del Rey, Born to Die. Then it was Skepta, Konnichiwa. Then it was Black Flag, Damaged. Then it was Songs in the Key of Life, the one probably my worst pick. Not really the worst pick. It has some great songs on there. It's just too long. I really like the song "Isn't She Lovely." I actually really love that song. I don't know why. It's just bad timing. And then it was the Field Mice, Coastal. And then Future. So after you picked. Yeah, you are up because you were after Skepta. Konnichiwa. Yeah. That's why it's bad to like go back and like mess with the like and say something in one of the previous chats because it bumps everything up. But so what I do is if I say something in a previous chat, I'll go ahead and bump the other chat up so it just maintains that order. But yeah, you're up for sure. It's not my time yet. It's not my time. I have my time.
I'll post tonight. I'll post my comments tomorrow morning.
Please share it tonight because I like to. I always go on a long drive on Saturday morning, so and I'm always able to listen to stuff, and that's when I'll listen to it.
All right, I'll pick it tonight then.
Please, thank you.
I will do that.
Okay, so you're
nice.
cool. Go
ahead.
Huh? You were gonna say you said nice, and then I don't know what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say it's interesting that you say that Songs in the Key of Life. Like the timing was bad because it's like
it's so positive.
I don't know. What?
It's so positive.
It's so positive. Oh no, well, yeah, it is. But like, it's just interesting how music really it all depends on like who you are and where you are at that moment, like, and how you're gonna internalize it. Because maybe like when you're 40 or whatever, you might enjoy it, or like
I agree.
But 30, you're not,
nope.
Or you don't. Like
no, but not completely though. I love a lot of the hits on that album still. I love, not like I love some of the hits on that album.
It's just really it's interesting that it's like, I feel like when I like a particular song or album or something, it like I think of it as like my tastes and my life are like currently intersecting like with that thing I like, or like,
yes,
especially if they put it out,
right, you're meeting them at that point,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then when you go and their second album is not as good, like I feel like, okay, well, it's a gift in itself that you even intersected that first time. Like maybe you're just on different paths after, exactly, or whatever. But
right,
it's just I don't know. It's interesting that you say that it's a trash dumpster fire 3 weeks ago, and today it's like, oh well, the hits were good, kind of thing.
Right.
Like,
it's just really bad timing. Really bad timing.
But yeah, that's all I was gonna say. That's cool. All right, cool. It's my turn.
It's your turn.
I get to pick now. All right. I haven't thought about it.
So, are you okay with this format until the end? I know that we had our games that we wanted to play and stuff like that, but I think this is just better, dude, to do. Honestly, I really believe it. I think this is what we should do. I think it's important to do this. Like, I get it. We should play those games, and we absolutely should play them at some point, and we should definitely record it or whatever, because that definitely puts us in a great context. But I think this format is just like, it's killer, dude. It's simple, and it allows us to focus on just content, content on top of content. I think it's important.
Yeah, that's true. Let's try it out next time. This was just a happy accident.
No, let's keep doing it. I'm saying let's stop doing the other way and just keep doing it this way.
All right, let's do that too. Let's do both, right? Can we do both?
No. You can only do one of them. One requires you just to have your thing and we just talk. But I think that honest conversation and stuff. The main thing I didn't want was that this to look like a Zoom call, because I don't want to see any more videos of people on Zoom. I don't want to see it anymore. Okay, I don't want to see any more videos of that. So
Me neither.
Nope. I don't like there's a reason people pan cameras and change cameras. I need to see the camera change, even if I'm not good at that. I'm actually like, I'm working on my camera changes and stuff like that, and maybe I'm not that good at it. Maybe, but like, there's a reason you want only one person to fill a frame, because when you look at something, you only look at one person when you're looking at a person, right? You don't look at two people at the same time. You don't realize it, but you're only focusing on that one person's eyes, right?
Yeah.
That's why my sunken eyes are not popping here, and I need to set up my lighting better next time. But this is good, dude, and we could talk and just, play the try to make each other laugh game, and if we fail, which we probably will, and I want to run out of things to talk about. I want to run out. I want to, like, just show a friendship and run it into the ground, like Opie and Anthony.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
I just love it. I don't know. I had so much fun today. So
who's Opie and Anthony?
I think that, that's a great. Can we do? Okay, let's play this game for a second. I like this. What do you say?
Man, I feel like
I don't know, dude. I really
it
don't
depends
know.
on. I think it's like a situational thing. I don't know.
I think we're nothing like those guys, dude. I'll tell you.
No,
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you, we're nothing like those guys. I think we're more like maybe like Jim Norton and Anthony. But it's like almost like asking, like, are we Jamie and Joe Rogan? It's like, no, we're not that either, right? So it just doesn't match. The duo doesn't match. I think that when it comes to, like, okay, here's a better duo thing. What about Simon and Garfunkel? Which one's Simon? Which one's Garfunkel? But untalented.
I guess I'd probably be Garfunkel.
Who's the one that? Paul Simon's the one everybody likes, though.
Yeah, but Paul Simon's like kind of the head honcho of it.
He's running the show.
He's running the show, yeah. So, like, I feel like we're more like Penn and Teller, kind of, maybe.
That is absolutely true in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways not as well, too.
Yeah.
Because Teller is in charge of all the tricks. We're not like them. We're not like Penn and Teller, I think, because they're really hardworking guys, dude. Those guys work so hard.
I know, I bet.
And they learn things. We're just two guys talking, but, like, I think, okay, if you had to, like, it's not like, this game isn't fun if you're like, oh, well, but I don't know, like, I'm too different. Like, we're so unique. We're nothing like Opie and Anthony. But in the end, I'm probably more Opie, and you're probably more Anthony, and we could just shut up and just accept it. All right? All right? That's what it is, okay? It's like, I'm probably like, oh, reel it in. And you're like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I'm like, you're on my show. You're like, oh, I don't care. I don't care. Let's bring my friend Jim Norton on. So.
Yeah.
I'd say in the end, that's who we are. I think that's funny that you took Garfunkel on that one. What's another duo? I want one more duo before we close this out.
I can't think of any good ones.
I can't think of any good ones either. Duos, famous duos. Yeah, no. We're gonna set all of them. All of them, Gus. There's no others. We're more like Bullseye and Daredevil, I think.
Or like Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Definitely. I'm definitely Bullwinkle, right? You're definitely Rocky. You're flying around, I'm Squirrel, I'm jumping around, I'm flying around, I'm everywhere. And I'm like, oh, I'm a moose.
Now here's something you'll really like.
Right. Right. You know who we're not like? We're not like that kid who has a dog that's a genius that takes him through the galaxy or whatever, takes him through time and space.
Oh, Mr. Peabody.
Mr. Peabody. We're not like those two.
Yeah. Who's the kid? What's the kid's name though?
I don't know.
Sherman Peabody? No.
He's Mr. and the other guy's Peabody. Do you think... Okay, I got a great note to end this on. Would you think... Okay, this is why I think... This is what I think... If I was a producer for Future, and I made Shy Guy on Life, I would want him to make... I would say, please make songs about old cartoons, specifically Mr. Peabody. And I want you to talk about Mr. Peabody. We're going to promote a movie. We're going to release the movie Mr. Peabody. I need you on here. I need you to make the song, right? All these words, everything you're talking about, just kind of connect it to Mr. Peabody, at least at the end of every stanza or whatever. Finish it off, connect it to Mr. Peabody. Make sure you're going through time, you're going through space, connect it. And I think I think that would really unlock his potential. I would love this album, I think.
Yeah, you should write to him on Twitter.
I think you're beginning to end our friendship right now. Thanks for doing this, Gus. Take care. Take it easy. We'll talk like normal people and not with a bunch of not live for people to watch us later. And we'll come back with more of this because I keep begging you to do this with me. Please. I had a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was nice without the electronics.
It's nice. Just yeah. This is already hard enough. All right, being on the video, we got to keep talking to each other. Like in other stuff, we could like look at a game or something. Look at something else in the room.
Yeah.
No. Not worry about like staring at a screen. Yeah. I think that we can both agree that I need to send you this Bullseye video when this is over, and you need to tell me the Opie story. All right. Good night, guys. This was a blast. Probably the most fun I've had doing a COVID stream since we've done it. So good wave, Gus.
Yeah.
Your camera. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It was good. It's easier. I'm just like not concentrating on anything. So
That's
it's
it.
good.
That's it. Just keep the conversation going. Run out of friendship. Burn out of friendship. Burn a friendship out by involving business. That is the goal here. I want the world to see like our friendship spiral and like you begin to have disdain for me.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I think so too. Let me find that Bullseye video for you. Good night, folks.
Good night. That's all, folks.
That's all.